Okay, I'm already well behind everything. So, OBS, if you could please. No? Nothing? There we go. Thank you, OBS. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to How Not to LCnP. I had some disaster when I updated everything today, so I'm in a fresh install of KSP. I just moved over to the save file. I did get a contract configurator error, but it doesn't seem to have affected the availability of contracts I have not yet taken. So, I don't really have a whole lot going on at this in the space program at this particular moment. I think the only things we did our Venus landing and we did our Venus atmospheric probe. We can do those again should we so choose. We got plenty of time on this stuff. Let's actually go ahead and maybe set an alarm. Add new alarm, transfer window from Earth to Venus. Yeah, 254 days. That seems acceptable-ish. That's like less than a year. Are we sure about that? Oh, yeah. You know what? And maybe we'll start planning for Mars. See if we can do our Mars, another Mars lander. We already got one down. Maybe we should knock out another one. And of course, we can do some testing with our crewed lunar stuff. Oh, good. Oh, good. A contract was not correctly saved. Reloading the save might result in further errors. Best case, the contract in question is no longer valid. Record crude duration. Oh, that's good. We'll ignore the exception. How does that sound? Right. So I did make some changes to our prospective lunar lander thing. We could validate that. We could build for Mars. My god. How did I get up to 4? I don't remember having 4 of these things. 318 parts. It seems insane. What did I do? Oh. Oh, okay. Now. That is not a crude lander thing. That's just a thing that lands on the moon. I'm probably looking for... I don't know what I'm looking for, to be honest with you. No. So, maybe we start trying to figure out maybe a better... I don't know, our Mars lander actually... it worked like garbage, and we had to keep messing with stuff. LEM Mark II, there we go. Lunar excursion module. So we could make updates to our... Oh yeah, here's me definitely screwing with stuff. Trying to figure out upper stages and whatnot. Experimenting with engines. It looks like we're going to have these 405Hs available soon. Oh man, I should honestly take a look at our tech tree and see where we're at with things. So yeah, optimized some of the tanks, put in some truss work, and made it look somewhat legitimate. So we're going to have to do a separation test on this, just to make sure everything can decouple, etc. Conveniently well, I guess. And also we're gonna, yeah, those are aerosine and nitrogen tetroxide. Relocated some tanks, separated out some tanks. Like these are all, yeah, they're balloon tanks, so I'm cheating. That one has Mon 1, so this one will have aerosine 50, and then we got helium here in the center, and also a little bit of extra pressurized fuel stuff. So for a... Oh, hey, let's bring out our Delta V. That would certainly help us categorize stuff. So yeah, total about 4,762 meters per second of total Delta V for coming at about 16 tons, which not bad. Could be better. Certainly could be worse. I don't know. So let's give it a quick run through just to see how we're doing. We'll start in orbit of the moon, please. Don't really need to do any of that stuff. And simulate. Yeah. Quick run with this, mostly to check our delta V numbers. Oh, did I put in an orbit? I don't think I put in an altitude. What altitude is it going to start us at? Is it going to be the minimum? I hope not. There we go. Alright, it's not too bad. I guess. RCS to arm. Oh, let's bring out, man, maneuver plan. No. Smart ASS. That's the biggin. Whoop. And this will stage in everything that we need it to stage. Oh. I wonder if I don't have any volume or if I just gained it down too much. And we're going to bring up landing info. I would like to see how close we are to everything. If you could angle to retrograde, please. And landing gear out. And let's check the map view. Where are we? I would prefer to land during daylight hours. So also something we should do here is reboot the fuel cell. Let's check on our electric charge. Topped off and staying that way. Those are our 2 tanks. But yeah, let's get around somewhere closer to. Can't warp any faster than this whilst being so low. Ooh, 20,000 meters from the surface. You know what we should do is angle prograde and kick ourselves a little higher. That would be a good thing to start off with, eh? Orbital info would be nice to have. Orbit info, there we go, thank you very much. I'd like to know where I am and what I'm doing. Let's bump that up to about 100-ish. Take your mouse out of the MechJeb window before attempting to hit any buttons. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some setup-y things. Alright, now we can... No, we can't. I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Ay. This day has just been so incredibly inconvenient. I should just restart the simulation and put us at a more appropriate altitude. That would be the smart play, wouldn't it? Yeah, because this is gonna take too long. Revert VAB. Start it over. Man. Ay. This has been about how my day in total has been. Simulate orbital altitude. Let's go 150 kilometer and simulate. Yeah, this has been how my whole day's been. We're fostering a puppy, and he's peeing and pooping on everything all the time. I'm over it. I'm ready for him to be adopted. Like, I'm ready to clock out on that one. The air conditioner in my car has stopped working, and I've spent most of the day trying to figure that out. The system pressure is good, the relay tests good, the fuse tests good, but the compressor still won't turn on. So that's my bit of fun for the day. Alright, now then. RCS to arm, stage it, fuel cell, boot, boom, there we go. Gear out. Thank you very much, and time warp. Alright, let's plot our landing burn for about here-ish. Add maneuver, that's going to be lots of fun. Whoa, too much. Oh, we're already past it. Well, no, we got 20 minutes to go. That puts us over there at 35. Not quite low enough. Let's mouse wheel it on in. Yeah, there we go. All right. Maneuver planner, thank you very much. And execute next node. Yeah, I totally meant to do some craft building over the course of the last 2 weeks, but never got to it because I had finals, which did not go very well. And a bunch of new stuff pop up at work, so I've been unable to do much of anything. Which explains why I haven't booted the save in 2 weeks and it was completely borked. So, now we're back. Here it is. Things are great. Everything is going really well. Alright, 30 meter per second on this one. That should be a nothing-ish burger. And yeah, so as was hotly contested last time we were here testing this thing, the LEM is just using a single engine. There is no descent stage and then ascent stage. It's all running on the descent stage motor because it's deeply throttleable, has enough ignitions, and we can actually get our Delta V requirements in under the allotted runtime because we're only using the single person whatchamahoots cockpit can, the lander can. Alright, we'll keep an eye on our suicide burn countdown. We're going to go a second or two, or probably more than a second or two beforehand. We learned that lesson already, but 30 some odd minutes until we come careening into the surface. We'll switch this to surface velocity negative. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Let's slow this down. Let's switch to altitude actual. 5 minutes out. Ish. Kind of bounces as it deals with terrain. 4 minutes. $10 to impact. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, I guess this will also test how much we can rely on the suicide burn counter, which in my experience has been not very much. Alright, let's get angled in. Make your adjustments, please. 1:30 to go on that one. So I don't feel bad about firing it early because that's the point of having a throttleable engine. That you can modulate your throttle to keep it at the 0 point. Alright. How much lead time should we give ourselves? Ullage. 30 seconds. Let's go. Alright, I'm going to switch this to kill rotation so I can take manual control. I'd like to roll this out a bit. Oh, suicide burn countdown has gone negative. That is not great. Well, we can tip ourselves up a bit, get that counter to start going. Yeah. We'd like it to stay right around neutral or 0-ish. So we'll walk it up a bit. Alright. That's working. Not very quickly, but it's working. There's our mysterious double crater that I would really like to go take a look at, but we're going to overshoot by quite a bit. Our countdown has, it's still slowly going down, but not as rapidly as it was before. Good for us. And yeah, I think, honestly, I think we can get this down by a ton or two more if we get rid of some of the excess fuel. Fortunately, that takes a lot of work to do, and I don't know if I'm actually up for doing it. If anything, I'm just going to take fuel out of the ascent stage because we can still take off with our descent framework in place. Honestly, it would probably be easier. minus 3.3 seconds, and it looks like it's kind of stabilized out, so we're going to nose this up off horizon just a smidgen more. There we go. It's like, man, even with this, we are alarmingly slow. Slow down. Is what it is, I suppose. Yep, there it's nulled at 0. We can start to angle back down a little bit. Hopefully we can maintain that. We just got to find the right pitch angle to where it doesn't show up and stays there, which maybe we were at. Nope, still growing. Okay. Let's resolve that roll error. Okay. Yep. Suicide burn countdown is positive and going higher, so we're going to adjust our angle and see if we can't just zero it out. That was too much. Alright, let's hold here and see what happens. Time to impact. 2 more minutes of this. Okay, jeez. Yep. Negative again. More pitch. You know what? Let's just slam it. Let's hit the brakes and come in hard. Why not? This is probably a terrible idea, but we'll resolve more of that after we've gotten rid of some of our horizontal velocity. How about them apples? Alright. 8 seconds is a little more than I'm comfortable with, so let's see if we can't walk that down. Yeah, there we go. Now it's decreasing. Doesn't take a whole lot of angle anymore, thankfully. 700 meters, 790 meters per second across the ground. Alright, Sweet Pea. Nice and easy now. Nice and easy. Hey? Okay. No, it's only fallen to 7.7. Oh, it's increasing again. Oh, because our angle has increased. Duh. Walk it out. Yeah. Now that we're about to be sub 500 meters per second, I would like to adjust that angle a lot faster. I do not want to come in quite so hot. Buy us some time. There we go. Moon landing, what did I miss? Not much. We're still testing. Just, you know, I made some air quote improvements to this thing to make it prettier. And I just want to make sure we're still going to hit our delta V targets and we're still going to separate cleanly. 300 meters per second, 5 kilometers off the ground. Start to arrest as much of this as we can. Tens of tiny little adjustments. Alright, 300 meters per second. Fantasy. Who's gonna goal to fly this before Artemis? I would like to, yes. That would be a good goal. To beat Artemis to the moon. I'll accept that challenge. Woo, buddy. 150 meters per second, 1.3 kilometers. Let's help with the RCS, shall we? Ooh, I wonder if I should be pitching above my reticle. This is coming in kind of hot. I do not like it. 70 meters per second. 50. 100. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ouch. Oh, I did not mean to shut down. Oh, no, no. Okay. Ouch. Okay. So our separation test is going to be a little bit more interesting than I would have liked. Well, poo. Damn it. I updated stuff, Simev. That's how I broke my install. All I did was do the usual update. Well, yeah, no, I tried messing around with RSS Reborn, and then very Kerbal landing, as per usual. Updating stuff didn't break it for others. Yeah, I had RSS Reborn, and I'm pretty sure that's what borked it. But in my haste just to get up and get streaming today, I just made a new install instead. All right, let's see if we can fix this. How to break an RP1 install. Think about updating RP1 install. Yeah, do things that's outside of the realm of the Express install, and you will break stuff. For sure. Man, I think stuff has actual mass. I can't jump and just bang things into place anymore. RSS Reborn is fine if you're capable of reading. I obviously am not. I'm not sure I had it installed correctly the first time, and then updating stuff, a lot of stuff broke. And I don't know. This save file has been updated from a lot of other things. I've been doing regular updates, and it's not been going very well. So, you know, it was probably just time to move the save file over. It's probably about time to, I don't know, start a new one, but that's what I get for updating so many things so often. Well, everything I wanted to test is now screwed because I tried to talk way too much. RSS Reborn is sus AF. Okay. Oop, I missed my board key. Let's see if we can hit it on the way back down. Gotcha. Jumping into the hatch for the win. Okay, so maybe we just bump the throttle and try to gimbal ourselves upright. Oh, I don't know if we're going to be eligible since we're upside down. Yeah. Well, poo. You're just stranded now, friend. Wiggle it. Yeah, gimbal clears most of my truss working. Okay, now that we're... Yeah, let's get it fully upside down. Come on, you can do it. Can't ullage upside down? Well, I mean, I guess if you're planetary. Yeah, the gravity's pulling all the fuel to the top of the tanks. So the lighter material, helium, is going to go further away or something. I don't know. Fuck it. That had a chance. For a second there, it had a chance. I think you'll have to hack gravity. Perhaps. Hmm. Boom. There we go. Separation went nicely. Let's get it back on the ground, light the engine, and bring the entire moon home. Easily the best solution. Alright. Very slowly. Okay, good enough. End hack gravity. Kabunk, kabunk, kabunk. That's very interesting, but okay. Alright, let's ascend, shall we? Ullage, ullage, ullage. Ignition. Whoomp. There we go. Let's straight up for a minute. Here we go. Correct roll. Start to angle. Angle judiciously. Because not a whole lot that we need to contend with here, and I'm not all that worried about coming back down. But we need to make sure we put as much of this delta V into getting up to speed as we possibly can. Probably. Alright, time to keep an eye on our orbital info. Let's do the most inefficient ascent we can possibly do. We're trying to test for delta V figures, so why not, eh? There we go. Got a gimbal. I really, well, no, I do want RCS with lots of authority. It'll make docking so much easier. We're going to assume a 150 kilometer rendezvous, probably. Man, I do not like how much fuel we're having to burn through here. We got 1 minute and 41 seconds of runtime remaining. Oh man, where did... yeah, these are where I stored. We're about halfway. No, that's not a good measure. Oh, okay. We have very little nitrogen tetroxide left. That is disturbing. Or I guess that's probably not all our only tank. Or is it? Nope, that one's only A50. And that contains the Mon 1 for the engine. Okay, 100 kilometers. That's good. We can reduce our angle. Oh, we are off balance, it seems. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, shut down. 149.130. I'll take that. And let's make a node to circularize at the next apoapsis. Create node. 389 meters per second in 9 minutes. All right, execute next node, please. Really like a more accurate bearing on, I mean, well, I did use a whole lot of unnecessary RCS propellant there on the surface, so maybe that's not quite a good measure. With figures like this, the command module is definitely going to have to come into rendezvous with this. I'll say, no, because the engine's not burning nitrogen tetroxide. It's burning Mon 1 and A50. So our A50, yeah, A50 figures are off. But okay, hey, there we go. 600 meters per second remaining to handle rendezvous and stuff needs, and that's with a clean launch from the surface, not using any of its expendable anything. If only a separation test had not been stupid, I'd be willing to call it validated. But I think we can scrub a ton off of this if I really cared enough to go through and do all the fuel balancing. But I'm not sure I do, to be real honest. I'm pretty happy with it, and I don't know, maybe we put the stupidest lift vehicle I can conjure underneath it. Let's save this as a sub-assembly, which, before we can do much of that, let's go to coupling. Let's just slap a decoupler under it so we can give it a nice root node. Go, reroute to node, there we are. Did I? No, I did not. Excellent. Mark 2 lem. Wow, I should learn to spell. There we go. Alright. Now, we do need to start development on how to get this ridiculous thing and a crew to the moon. I've not decided if we should do Earth Orbit Rendezvous or Lunar Orbit Rendezvous. Or, you know, direct, which would be by far the stupidest approach ever. But I figured we'd try right quick just to make... No, cancel. Definitely save. And open. Definitely try to make the stupidest Ascent vehicle with the minimalist amount of tooling possible. Which, you know how that's going to go. We do have a whole... Well, let's... what was the most recent launch? We haven't done a 350-ton launch vehicle in a long time. Why bring the lander to the moon? Bring the moon to the lander. It's, you know, 100% the best solution ever. Alright. Oh, hold on. Cancel. Let's leave here real quick and go into the R&D center and see where we're at with our tech. What tech we'll have when we're, you know, going to be blessed with monumental piles of funding, and we really need to spend a lot of time catching up on our money. Holy crap. Seriously? We're going down by $3,000 a day with no signs of changing. Why? No, we're building an admin building and an astronaut complex. That's why. And neither one... Well, man, the astronaut complex won't be done until 1971? For fuck's sake. How much is this costing per day? Oh, wait, down here's our total cost per day, 3,103. We're losing 3,607. We're also reconditioning a launch pad. So there's that. Did I already hire a bunch of researchers? No, we're still at 2,800. And man, I really wonder if we should go ahead and start building for Venus again. We got 2 orbiters that are in pretty good placement there. They're almost, you know, they're like 90 degrees offset. And we could do another stupid helicopter lander, just update the sciencey bits on it. So we don't need y'all to be working. Once we start building our new big-ass pad, we'll need a lot more engineers, but I have a feeling we can divert some resources, you know what I mean? So now's not the best time to hire a bunch of researchers, but what are we doing with our tech? Oh yeah, we went full bore here. I think 1969 is when we get the NK-15s. Those are a pretty good solution if we're looking to do moon stuff. E1 and F1 upgrades. We could do F1. Yeah, and that's a whole lot. So, oh yeah, but we still have 1,200 science just sitting in the bank. Yeah, that's RTGs. I think I Oh, prototypes. What do we got here? The LR129 sustainer. It's adopted for the SSME proposal, stage combustion, mixture control, and extendable nozzles, versatility and high performance. Interesting. 480 seconds of runtime at a 440 ISP. That's interesting. 1,000. Man, that would be fun to have. The RD57. 4 ignitions. Yeah, you got 1 ignition, so. And yes, the RD56. Glorious. Improved landing engines gives us the rover. M80, that's not going to do us too much good, but the LMDE upgrade config could be useful. Space station prototypes, we don't really need to do much with that. How am I going to spend all of this science? Anyway. So let's take a look at our research and how far out we are with everything in 1974. Hooray! Mature capsules, we definitely need that because I think we're going to, yeah, and then we got to work our way through a bunch of other stuff, surface science. So without a huge pile of researchers, we're not going anywhere for like the next 5 years, which that might be how long it takes us to do much of anything. So there's that. Man, all right. So I think what we're going to do. Oh, we don't need that. Is we're going to queue up. Yeah, on the F2 pad, we're going to queue up another Venus lander thing. We're just going to make some small updates and some changes to the science package. So I think we got some new sciencey bits. Because hey, why not? We'll queue up one of those and see if we can get it built before we run completely out of money. Although our funding will start ramping up soon. Venus Lander 5, I believe, is what we're looking at here. Check the tooling and see if any of that makes sense. If it's been tooled, then it's probably been flown, or I just got overzealous. Tool all. Oh, there's an avionics in here that has not been tooled. Let's not tool it yet because we might be upgrading it anyway. Let's just pop these off. Yeah, that looks quite familiar. One thing we can do for sure is upgrade our thrusters. No, they're already upgraded. Aerosine and then nitrogen tetroxide. How convenient. Yeah, well, look at that. Would you just look at it? And yeah, that's where we're storing all of our propellants. Those are fully upgraded. Comms, you can go up a level. Sweet, and that means we can come down some gain, probably. Let's get this thing separate from its source craft so that we can accurately measure all of our things and stuff. Like our electric charge duration 1 day at Earth. That's fantastic. Extend, still 1 day. Switch that to optimal. 3 days at Earth gets you. Why is this not a drop down? Seriously. Neptune, Triton, Pluto, Charon, Mercury, Venus, Perpetual. 108 watts. Is that with? I assume that's with all of our avionics shut down. You've got a 30 dB UH gained antenna, which will act as a very nice relay for a little while, right? Probably, but we can upgrade your battery. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, no, that is with our avionics shut down. Excellent. I wonder if this is the one that needs tooling, and if we should just scale it up so that we can scale down the package. I mean, yeah, why not? Unlock. Sweet. Yeah, well, I guess we'll leave that at 30 dB. Why not? Alright, and then we can walk out the inner a bit. Where's my percentage? 84. Okay. 85, 86. Just go full bore 200 millimeters. Oh wow, yeah, we're gonna shed so much tonnage. It's gonna be awesome. $393. Okay. Yep. I'll leave it at 99 because I'd like some kind of battery in here. Vessel info is what I would like to also have open here. There we go. 2.58, not 2.62. So we did in fact go down. So let's assign that to someplace else, shall we? Oh, let's adjust our gains. Antenna planning, Venus, pretty good transfer rate. We can gain that down because this won't be required for high-speed data transfer anyway. 35 bits per second at 23 dB. Okay, I'll take that. Close. There we go. And we're going to leave the solar panels alone for the time being. Alright, let's grab this assembly and scooch you away. This is the decoupler up here. Let's scooch you away. Why are my wings all clippy-like? Alright, anyway, so we're going to go in here. We're going to update you to large-scale avionics also. This is just a science core, doesn't do much. Upgrade the tech. We're going to leave the transmit power alone. We're definitely going to upgrade the battery because that's how this thing runs. Do any of these have a stringer mass update? Oh yeah, there's service module tanks that hold electric charge. Do we have the update for that? Oh, we do. Tank UI, electric charge, definitely. Oh man, that means I gotta do this to a lot of things. Adjustable heat shield, early lunar, we're gonna leave that alone because it worked fine, no need to mess with it. But we're gonna scoot it down and away. This, yep, lots of upgrading we can do. That's good. This, I think I don't know, we'll put that extra mass to use somewhere, I'm sure. No, not you. Not you. I can't zoom in anymore. We have to do it this way. I need to adjust the VAB default zoom. Alright. Oh, that's already updated. I thought that was you. That is you. I need the legs. Yep, there we go. It's my other battery storage. Oh, come on. Really? Friend? This is the frustrating part about building stuff. And why I don't typically do it on stream is because it is monotonous and tiring all of the time. Okay. We're still at 0.258. Let's update our science loadout here and see if we can get some new things. I do want to see what we've got coming down the pipe. There's solar plasma, infrared radiometer, video imaging 2 I think we'll actually keep and just hope for a different biome. We do have improved TV camera. Man, when's that? I don't want to count on anything being anything coming out before we launch this thing. So what do you got? Barometer, thermometer, radiation detector 1, space high, space low. So no, space low, space high, space landed, and biomes. Magnetometer 1. We flew the mass spec. We didn't fly the magnetometer. So that takes 30 days. The battery's not going to last 30 days. Could we make it so the battery does last 30 days? Let's separate this thing. Our battery is currently going to last 3 days. Dang it. Yeah, so how much more battery can we wedge into this thing? Do we want to stack it with more batteries? Man. Storage 10.3 megajoules. That's 8 of them. Yeah, I guess the other ones are internal to that, and then the rest of those are pretty scrawny. And consumes 34 watts. Here's another mild solution. Is that we could strap an RTG to it. Now these are the tiny crappy ones. Target generation 2.4 watts, generation 2.4 watts. They weigh next to nothing. 138 days. How many days does it take us to get to Venus? So it's about 3 months, 90 days. It generates 3.8 watts. Let's see what 2 something odd watts would do for us. 3 days and 18 hours. It's like it did next to nothing. Really? That gets us 7 hours. I mean, yeah, we're consuming 38 watts. So neither of these are going to be particularly helpful for us. Yeah, the Snap 9 is... those are just massive. I do honestly worry that these are just going to fail and explode. I guess we'll test for that, right? Now let's lock you to 90 and tuck you behind the airfoils. Still 3 days of runtime. Like, is the mass better spent on just more battery? You know what? We'll leave the magnetometer in. For now. We'll see what we get. Space high, space low. Space high, space low, space high, space low, landed, but we got one. Mass spec 1, we already got one. Mass spec 2 takes 14 days, which is, I don't know, air quote, more achievable, but also gives us flying high science. But we're certainly not going to get 14 days of flying high science. Basic TV camera, infrared, early TV camera. Got early and basic. I guess we took basic last time, right? Shit, I forgot. I'm doing well, everyone. Okay. That's early is the super early one, right? Where's basic? There it is. Yeah, basic TV camera. But if we get a good biome, that one will be much better. Mass spec 1, mass spec 2, mass spec 3 is 91 days. There's no way. Micrometeorite, early TV, basic TV, infrared radiometry, Rad 2, orbital perturbation, infrared spec, none. So we're basically through the gambit already. None 2, lots of nuns. Barometer, thermometer, I think we'll bolt those on externally just because. We've already got a mass spec 2. Not going to do mass spec 3. Not going to do that. Okay, have I been all the way around the gambit already? I think I have. I'm certain I have. So we just need to, I don't know, pick something. I guess we'll do barometer. And just hope for a new biome, right? Yep. And then throw a thermometer on externally. Oh hey, our runtime is up to 4 days. Well, it's because we turned all of our experiments off. The thermometer right next to the RTG for super accurate temperature readings. As we're trying to vent waste heat into the hottest place in the solar system. That'll work. Trying to get a temperature differential. I guess if the inside's colder than the outside and the outside is super hot, we could just... Yeah, never mind. We'll leave that alone for now, won't we? Alright, and we'll just see what our runtime is with these things turned on. 3 days, 0 hours, so we did get a little bit of a bump. You can do double duty that way. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Alright, and we can turn telemetry analysis off. That doesn't, yeah, it doesn't buy us any real time anyway, so we'll turn these off for the time being. No, you know what? I'm going to leave them on because I am the idiot who will forget to start them once we start our descent. So that'll be fun. No, like we could increase the size of our heat shield and thus our battery down here. Then we gotta expand the airfoils. It's a whole thing. Snug you back into place. Snug you back into place. We'll see how we're doing for our tonnages. Alright, there's that. You are not a thing. Click. There's you guys. Let's go ahead and... Well, let's... You know what? I don't want to lose the LV because I'm pretty sure I've updated it and it just fits... It does not fit so nicely because the decoupler needs to be resized and moved. Good work, buddy. Good work. Let's see if we can find that dumb thing. Is that it? Of course not. Why would this be easy? That would be just plain old silly, wouldn't it? You know what? There. Now we can find it. Oh god, or can we? Oh wait, yeah, nope, there it is. Wrong one. Wrong decoupler. That's you, that's you. Yep, you're the one I scaled up mistakenly. Let's try this one. Yep, there's the right one. Excellent. Much, much better. Okay, should we update the LV, I wonder? Is it worth it? I mean, honestly, we'll probably be flying these for light duty things for quite a while. This is our... I mean, it's not really our Atlas, but it serves the same role as an Atlas. Venus, Lunar, our lander 6. Save. And then we'll move into a TV test vehicle category. Save, to which I will... Nope, you know what? I just did all this work. Let's not even worry about it. Simulate. Select body. We're going to start in Venus orbit at our maximum altitude of 616,280. We'll leave off the decimal place. And we're going to do a hot re-entry test and just see how long this thing will last on the surface with its batteries and its science experiments running. Get a good feel for how things are going to go. make a small bits of optimization. Are we not going to Venus? There you go. Good job. Okay, KSP just crashed. Fuck me. How much of this shit do I really want to deal with today? Yay! Alright, I'm going to try to spin it back up. We'll see what happens. So how's everyone else's day going? Yeah, this has been mine. Like, par for the course. Terrain shader quality is set to low, should be set to high. Alright. Somebody remind me. Remote training waiting for the assessment to start. Fun? Air quotes? I don't know. Could be not quite that bad, right? Oh, we're not even waiting for loading from cache. That's how bad it was. Man, fuck. I'm I'm very much going to take this as an opportunity to go refill my glass of water. That needs to happen. Yeah, air quote FUD. Should be fine, but it's been your job for ages, so it should be easy. Fingers crossed for you. Good luck. Hope it all comes out in your favor. Alright, I'm gonna go refill my water. I will be back probably long before the loading is done, so give me just a minute here. Alright, I'm back. Told you it'd be long before the loading screen was done, and I even had a chance to add it. This is basically an out-of-the-box express install. Nothing else added, so I have not yet had a chance to corrupt the crap out of this save, but believe me, I might. Alright, expansion loading complete. Yay! 76,000 patches. That is A bare minimum. For any install I've played in the last like 3 years. God, I think the 1.1.3 was like less than 30,000. And that thing was like stripped out as much as it could be. Yeah. Good times. Those were good times. If this game crashes again, maybe we'll just boot up that save. Spend the next hour trying to figure out where the fuck we were doing. Oh, jeez. Yeah, don't... I'm pretty sure I clicked don't show again. First of all, settings. I'm pretty sure over 1 million patches. Jeez, dude. Terrain scatter detail. Set to high. I believe it was. Scenery settings may take a game restart to take effect. Well, that's nice. Yeah, we're just going to leave the rest of this alone. Apply. Accept. Thank you very much. Watch, I booted up the wrong one. And now let's observe our contract configurator errors. Jeff, I'm curious, how long does it take your game to load with over 1 million patches? (10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, sounds reasonable enough. Right, so, open. Let's go back to exactly what we did the first time and hope it works better. I think most of them are at don't load this part. Yeah. Lander 6 test vehicle load. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's simplify something and just get rid of this stage. You've got RCS, yeah, so we don't need this stage either. Save, simulate Venus orbital altitude 616,279. We'll try that. Simulate. Please don't crash again. Please don't crash again. I don't have the patience for it. I just don't. Installing RP1. Oh, awesome. Welcome to the fold. And I will warn you, once you start doing Realism Overhaul and Real Solar System, it is impossible to go back. Like, you just can't. Alright, RCS to ARM. Let's make sure throttle is 0, stage in things. Come out to map view and let's plot ourselves. Oh, geez. Okay, let's... Oh, I don't have control, do I? That'll be fun. Because, yes, these avionics are near Earth, aren't they? No, they should be. We should have full avionics. Procedural. Battery 2, my god. Where's the part that it tells me what kind of avionics it is? I'm not 100% sure that's actually going to be a thing. 145 watts. They're probably near Earth and they probably don't shut down. So we're going to Alt F12 it. Go to cheats and infinite electricity. Boom, boom. Now, nope, still don't have control. That's interesting. Played in the past and came back. I am coming back to back. Create maneuver 2, change periapsis to 92 kilometers. After a fixed time of, we'll give it 2 minutes, 120 seconds. Create node. Pow, there it is. Okay. And now we're going to add a stack of radial to this oh, come on. You're not going to let me play with my nodes? Add a stack of... Okay. We want to get as much speed on this as we can. What's our total available delta V? Apparently like 7 kilometers per second. You never had anything interesting. You always get your economy broke. That it will happen, for sure. I don't know. The learning curve, especially on some newer stuff, is pretty insane sometimes. Honestly, I don't know if this curve really works for me. Let's really ramp this out. I mean, let's glancing blow Venus as much as we can, right? There's a periapsis of 61, 79. Let's go for that. All right, angle to node. How about execute next node? I'll say with LCnP, it's actually a bit easier to not go broke. So long as you don't do dumb things with tooling like I do. I tend to do lots of dumb things with just tooling way too much stuff. PLC, you're guaranteed to go broke. It's a feature, not a bug. It's just a matter of for how long, right? Yeah, I don't know. There was at least 2 points where like the space program would not have been able to continue had we not checked off a win and completed the last contract in a program and been able to close it out because we weren't going to get any more money from it. A lot harder than stock. Your first orbit and career feels like your first stock landing on the moon, or dude, nothing compares to landing on the moon. Fair. Honestly, yeah. Like, the first time you pull something off in RSS, like, yeah, first orbit, first lunar landing, getting a crew to Mars, holy crap. Like, the first time you pull that stuff off is, you can't compare. It's amazing. Seriously, like 30 episodes between when we watched and today. We're still flying Gemini. Well, technically we're not still flying Gemini. We've retired Gemini. We completed that program. That's how far behind you are. I guess which series we're watching in today. So it has to be this one, right? Man, good thing we got lots of runtime on this and we're not going to have any failures. Holy shit. I mean, it said we had 7,000 meters per second. I'm not sure that's entirely accurate, but, you know. Did I ever check the staging on this? So that should be, yeah, that separates the probe, and that separates the lander, and that separates the aeroshell. Excellent. Just knocked on wood for you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Always very necessary indeed. We should have plenty of RCS, so hopefully we can correct for ourselves. We do have another 2 ignitions on this engine also. I had confidence in an engine that will fail 10 seconds later. Well, we're in a simulation, and part failures are not enabled, so we're definitely not going to have a part failure. Just this once. There's Venus. The one time you get a landing by actually pointing at a planet and burning. just go. We're going to come in mighty hot. So we're going to, we're really going to stress test the shit out of this heat shield. I have no idea what kind of speed we're going to hit Atmo at, but it's going to be, it'll be a good one. I mean, probably. It could be terrible. You never know. This whole test could be for naught because we overloaded the heat shield and came in just way too spicy. We are going to adjust our incoming apogee or apoapsis. I'm sorry. We're going to adjust our incoming periapsis to probably something like 90 kilometers. 91, 92 has been my typical go-to. Let's get ready to hit abort node execution because, oh, it didn't overdo it by way too dang much. Abort, kill rotation. Yeah, we're currently at 127, so why is it moving? No one's doing any thrustering. Why are you wiggling? Yeah, I don't have any control. We need to separate, so I really wish I had control. Let's do this the stupid way. Shut down engine. Peg the throttle. That's making it go up. So if you could then please point to retrograde. Does have a big squishy Atmo. Squishy, like a cast iron pan. Just the thing you love to snuggle. Anyone got the volumetric configs for RSS? You got stock because you lost the RSS config. Good question. No. Alright. Angle it to retrograde. Speed slowly. Very slowly. Probably just start tapping our throttle out now just to speed this. Oh, hey, the periapsis is going up. We probably need to point radial out. Dummy. Where's Venus? Where's our approach? Yeah, we're angled radial in. We need to go radial out. No, we need to go radial in because we want to decrease our periapsis. Am I that dumb? No, this is working. This is working quite well. Or at least it was. This is radial in. I thought we were coming around this side. We're coming around this side. Just ignore me. I really don't have very much to offer in terms of skill. Alright, let's shut this down at 93. Let's stage ourselves out. Yep, let's activate avionics. And what are you doing, friend? Besides angling radial. Advanced. Sun. Up. Execute. Let's go back to this little guy. Radial in. I'd like to go ahead and just make sure we get rid of you entirely. You know what else needs to happen? Extend antenna. That would certainly help our cause. Oh, crap. Yeah, why don't you just get the hell out of the way for the time being? Yeah, please don't slam into stuff. Let's not break our things. There we go. You will deorbit. We'll take a little time warp, get some distance. Oh, no, okay. KSP didn't crash that time. It just minimized because Windows hates me. Alright, let's angle this up. Looking for about 90 something. Go, 91. Good enough for me. Alright, and we will also now disable infinite electricity. Yep, good. We still have control, even though I did not check on that. Let's get in and get this flight test done, shall we? And also try to figure out how long our batteries are going to last on the surface, provided we even get that far. I think, honestly. We're going to come in mighty dang hot. Remove all nodes. Current speed 4 kilometers per second, and we are still a day and 4 hours from Atmo. We are going to pick up lots of speed, maybe? I don't know. We want to take guesses. I think 11 kilometers per second is about what we should be okay with. And yeah, we're gonna start picking up speed a lot more. We will have to about face. How's our electric charge doing? We should be, yep, perpetual. That's excellent. And all the experiments in there are booted up already, so they should be good to go. Let's make sure our battery is staying topped off. No, that would be a blader. It's not what I'm looking for. Fine, let's pick a different battery. Yep. Okay, good. No, only 9.5. 7, 6. Alright, let's get this angled in. Battery, you can go away. Surface velocity negative. Okay, orbit retrograde. We got a time warp. What's going on here? I don't have control. We got electric charge. We have full probe control. I'm not getting any response from anything. Shut down, activate. Oh, my alt keycap popped off. That's interesting. These are definitely deep space avionics. Or are they? Oh, when I upgraded them, did I switch them to near Earth like an absolute moron? Huh. Seriously, where can I check the configure? No, because we can shut them down, so they have to be deep space, right? Why don't I have control? That's very interesting. That's very interesting indeed. Alright, where are our satellites? Oh, are they not here? Oh yeah, no, we're bouncing signal off something. Let's toggle our map filters off and then we'll see things. Yeah, we got one here, which is going to be able to bounce our signal pretty soon, and we got that one there. The Mark II and the Mark 33. Excellent. I can't believe the Mark II is still working. That's been here for like a decade. Not really. It's probably been like 4 years, but still. It's been on station for a very, very long time. Alright, let's get a little lower before we do separation, and hopefully nothing will screw up. Alright, surface velocity negative. That looks good. Alright. No spin stabilization on this, as it didn't test well. Stage it. Okay, that looks good. Let's drop this up as much as we can. Actually, why don't you just go radial out and then hit the throttle. Maybe you can skim stuff and relay our signal for a lot longer. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't have much time here. We gotta switch. Bye-bye. Alright, we still have comms. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, we are at 11.3 kilometers per second. Sweet. Good thunk. Oh, looks like we're a little bit off kilter here. Let's see if our natural aerodynamic stability pays off. Okay. Lost the arrow shell rather quickly there. Oh, that's what happens when you're a degree or two off. Oh, good. Fuck. Come on. Nope. There it goes. I wonder if that RTG is throwing our weight balance off just enough that it has ruined our aerodynamic stability. I mean, really, if the arrow shell goes, those our little helicopter bladey things really throw off your stability on this entry. But if the heat shield will handle it, time to pick up the better re-entry effects. Down to 6 kilometers per second. It's hanging on there. We didn't shed all that much weight, so I don't think it's doing much less duty than it was before, but I do think that RTG really threw off our weight balance. Our center of gravity is probably not in this general area. It might be more up here-ish somewhere. I don't know. I don't know how much the mass of this thing compares to the mass of that battery we've got tucked into the heat shield, but should I be concerned that the ablator is not ablating anymore? I mean, I know we're slowed down quite a bit. Yeah, RTGs are heavy. Yep, all that casing. So, alright. I think we should adjust where our RTG sits. We might have to kind of bury it into our avionics package, because this mission will not survive. And, I mean, it might survive, but it sucks. It's not any fun to not helicopter down to the surface. So let's make some adjustments. And we'll probably have time to run the sim one more time before I have to leave. So there's that. Alright, let's scoop up the arrow shell. God, I need to adjust my zoom percentage in the VAB. Scoop all those guys up. This would have made doing this a whole lot easier. We should probably separate the whole thing here and take a look at our center of mass. Oh yeah, hey, look at that. Oh, no, it doesn't really move all that much. I mean, man, how heavy are these things? I mean, they are pulled way away. So yeah, that, not as low as I'd like, and I think the lighter batteries probably have a bit to do with that. But the good news here is I think we can actually go up on mass. Let's take that to 0.6, yeah. And then we can increase the size of our battery too. We're just going to scale the whole thing up at all. You know, just make the whole thing bigger. Menu open so that we can make sure we're not infringing on stuff, but we could go a little deeper and a little wider, but I think we're just going to try to go wider on the top end. Just take it out to a clean 500. We'll make it bigger until it explodes, and then we'll dial it back just a smidge, right? 3 days and 8 hours of runtime now. Yeah! Doing great. Up the length to 120. Let's see how well that... Yep, still not poking through there. Hey. Alright, let's turn center of mass off for a little bit, because we've got a few other changes we need to make. Like making sure our airfoils can still foil in the air. They aren't going to be obstructed. Oh, come on, really? Crank those out an extra 500 and make the bottom a bit wider. And then we'll play with airfoils here in a bit, because yeah, we need to make them longer to compensate for how much more in the air they need to be. Can make the base of that a lot bigger and give us a lot more airfoil surface here too, hey? Nope, it's got to end with a multiple of 5. Thank you. 5 or 0. Okay, so now their angle first needs to change. We'll have to adjust their deployment also. Am I doing this wrong? Probably. Who cares? No one. That's who. Should not have changed that one. That's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. Alright, so full deploy, we're looking like that. Yeah. With the dynamic pressure at Venus, we should have no problem getting air underneath those, right? This will be good. Clamp those back into place. Let's get the aeroshell scooched down, make its base touch, and then adjust it accordingly. So your outer needs to come out to... It still needs to be within the heat shield, but we'll just go to 500. Your upper outer probably doesn't need to increase that much because the length needs to go up. Is that encasing everything? Do we try to... Alright, yeah, let's open up the top and see what we're looking at here. Boop. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're avoiding any clipping on the airfoils. That's good. But for as tall as it is, we probably need to increase the base just a little bit to make sure that we're not... or that we can remain aerodynamically neutral. And then lighten it up. What are we at? 0.149. Okay. I still feel like it's just too dang tall. Am I wrong on this? I mean better, but not great, right? I'll take it. Yeah, the coupler's not clipping into anything. What's our center of mass? I'd like it to be lower. I'd really like it to be lower. So let's do this the finagly way. Open up our comm offset here. Large-scale avionics, science core. Good. Far might be able to give you some ideas. Test is starting. Alright, good luck, Punkaflunkin. Z offset? No, that is off to one side. We don't want to do that. Y offset is... yeah, still centered. That looks about where we'd like it. Maybe we can lighten that up just a smidge. Do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see why that... see if that works for us. And now let's try to figure out why the we don't have control of this thing when we really ought to have control of this thing. I've got to resize like 5 more things now. Dang it. You come down, you go out. Your outer diameter, nope, not 1 meter. Dummy, don't hit the wrong thing. We'll say 625. The inner 615. That should give us some clearance, right? Yeah, good enough. Nope, not the avionics. The strut bars. Top diameter 625. Barely touching on them. Excellent. There we go. Okay. Why don't we have control? That antenna was providing good comms. You are deep space. Large-scale avionics. All that is good. So why talk to Earth, friend? Alright, let's detach it from here, because we've made lots of changes. Yeah, our vessel mass is 2.98 now. Our control mass is 2.62. So drop the inner a whole bunch. Let's just walk this out to 3, and then close the inner until we reach some level of parity. 2.99 and 3. Excellent. Now we should definitely, 100%, certainly, absolutely have control of this thing. Sunlight, maximum output. Okay, so are your avionics turned on currently? No, they are not. Oh, because we're taking readings at Earth, not at Venus. Duh, because the game crashed since the last time we did any of that. Alright, let's reattach this thing, and let's run our test again, shall we? All else being the same, you should not actually be touching, but be a close enough proximity of such. Alright, save. Do I want to try to switch you? Oh, you are Deep Space Avionics. Why the fuck don't you work? All of this shit should 100% just plain work. This is dumb. Let's start with our antenna extended, but that's going to cause a problem on separation. Can we retract it in situ? Let's find out. Save and simulate. Venus, maximum, right, simulate. Good. Let's do it. Ta-da! Alright, we made it. Change periapsis to 100 kilometers. After a fixed time, let's give ourselves a little more lead. 75 minutes. Create node. So I should not have to tell it that we need full-ass control. But yeah, let's really cook the books on this one. We'll go a little further out than we had before. Give it a little more prograde. 88. I'll take it. RCS to arm. Stage in the engine. Execute next node, please. Hold on a second. Do we still have... Yeah, we do. Let's uncheck that. Excellent. It's still telling us that we have control. And we can, in fact, retract that antenna. So after the separation, we'll pull it in, make sure we get a nice, clean separation, and then I'm not going to bother deorbiting things. We're just going to go for broke and get this testing done. Because I will do anything to avoid trying to build a crude lunar capable lift vehicle at this particular juncture. Thank you. Alright, yeah, and it looks like I'm probably going to have to close the stream down just a little bit early, so this test will be the last thing we do today. Sorry, y'all, and I hate to break it to you also, there will be no stream next week. I will be out of town. So you got that going for you. I'll give you yet another reprieve. Avionics unlocking controls. Yeah, see now? Absolutely no problems. Boom. There we go. On the node, please. Fizz warp. Let's get this done. It's got shit to do. Man, I didn't even look at how much Delta V we were dumping into this one, but by the numbers, we should be okay. Oh yeah, nice and clean. Abort, kill rotation. Now let's fold this in and stage. Katunk, up. Activate avionics. Extend antenna. Okay. Alright, advanced, sun, up, execute. We're going to have to make an adjustment to raise our periapsis. Yeah, it looks like just hitting the brakes, really. That's fine. Fizz warp, get this done, please. 92, that looks great. Everything's stable, we're pointing at the sun. Let's get in there and get her done. Oh, we're still getting stuff radioed in from Mars. That's interesting. Kill this node, yeah. Nope. Come on, why'd you make an adjustment? That was dumb. Stop. Stop it. Okay, now then. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. 15 minutes out, falling pretty quickly here. That's a good thing though, right? Okay, let's orbit retrograde. Sooner the better. Mm-hmm. 92.1.4. Hope that's fast enough to make a good arrest. I'll be really mad if this is the last thing I can do today and we bounce off the atmosphere and just keep going. Because, yeah, we're already going to hit faster than we did last time. Alright, time to get this leveled out and separated, since it has arrested most of our velocity, or most of our rotation. Come on, hurry up. 3, 2, 1, stage it. Oh, good. Switch vessels. Nice and clean. Radio plus. Oh yeah, you're already atmospheric. There's nothing that can be done here. Switch vessels. Just make sure it's clear and out of the way, and hope for the best. Okay, 11.8 kilometers per second on our initial atmospheric entry this time. Yeah, we're off angle a little bit. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Oh, the screen shake. Why did I not turn that off? But, oh hey, look at that. We settled into it. Looks like we're doing okay. No, not the service module. The heat shield. That's what I would like to keep an eye on. So yeah, looks like we're off angle a degree or two, but we settled in. And we're firing right down retrograde. A little bit of wobbles, but nothing too disastrous. Man, that... Ooh, buddy. Alright, good. We're not going to bounce off. Well, at least we're going to stay close to Venus. Down to 8 kilometers per second. Still not quite suborbital. But yeah, that apogee's falling quick. Boom. There it is. Alright. Coming in for a landing. Yeah, blader's still ablating. 6 kilometers per second. 90 kilometers altitude. Let's switch this over to radar altimetry. .6, 3.2, and you'd think the G-load would start to taper off. There it is. Huzzah! How's it going, Mr. Mark? Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, the heat shield survived. Look at that. We're doing great. Let's let some of this dynamic affecting taper off before we deploy the aeroshell and our winglets. Still a kilometer per second. I wonder how much the aero forces are going to really suck for this. Tunk. Brakes. Okay. Sweet. Are you running? Waiting. Yeah, okay, cool. Ah, Venus's Midlands. We did not hit a new and unique biome. Invalid situation, of course. Mass Spec 2 is running. Video Image 2 is running. Good times, good times. Successful test. And it appears to be aerodynamically doing what it's supposed to be doing. Even the flappies are in a pretty good place. Although the wobble will start to settle out. We'll start picking up a little more spin as we get into some thicker atmo, and it'll be a nice, long 2+ hours on its way down to the surface. I'm pretty happy with that. It's nice when a concept works and then you can iterate on it and make it work again. A little bit of wobbliness. Not too bad. I'm alright with it. It was a pleasure as always. Enjoy a good re-entry. Cheerio. Have a good evening, Mark. Thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure to see you. Ah, yes. So there's our nice, less wobbly spin. We'd hope to slow this descent as much as possible so that we can make sure we get as much data from flying as we can. Yeah, no, we're no longer flying high, so Mass Spec 2 isn't going to run. Video Imaging 2 will, however. And that's nice to see, honestly. Another 22 minutes and it will have completed its experiment. I'm pretty sure our descent is going to be longer than that, so that'll be cool to get some while flying data here. But, alright, y'all. Let's, we'll enjoy a little bit of the view, shall we? Alright, so I'm just going to wrap it up here. Sorry to be late coming on and early getting off, but my life is a shit show. Yeah, I will be out of town next weekend, so there will be no stream next week. You get another week off from hearing my irritating ass voice and watching me do literally any of this. I'm sure you'll be glad to know. Anyway, we're just gonna kind of let this play out for the rest of the time. I'm gonna find another Kerbal streamer to raid. Thank you so much for hanging out. Y'all are awesome. It's always very greatly appreciated. And I guess we can drop this out of Fizz Warp now that we're in the fun stuff. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me, everyone. Let's see who's out there that we can go raid. Oh, Newbie Mechanics is playing. We'll go drop in on them. Yeah, it looks like they're playing RSS also. So I hope you will all stick around for that. Yeah. Oh, that's going to do it for me, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And I will see all of you in the next one. Until then, see you later.